All right, welcome to another video. This is the first game of the Legions League. Legions League's been going on for a couple weeks now. I'm going to try to get a cast of all of the games here. So on the left-hand side, we have Cactus Amigo's team. He consists of Rooftop up here in the red, playing as Vietnamese. He consists of Cactus Amigo, playing as the Franks in the pocket. And we have Irishman Dan as the Bretons. On the other side, we have Mora Mora playing as the Maya. I just lost a 2v2 with Darth Lama against Mora Mora. He's a pretty good player. We have Goat Gabs playing as the Wu in the pocket here. Wu, one of my favorite civs. I don't know if they are my favorite, but they're definitely one of them. One of the new Chinese civs. They're one of the Three Kingdom civs. And we have Ducky Skydiver playing as the Italians. The team on the right, we're playing on Runestones here. The team on the right is a little bit higher elo overall. So Ducky Skydiver's team has an average elo, I put it up here on the top, 1664. And Cactus Amigo has an average elo of 1567. Personally, for me, I find on the controller ladder at least, the elo is a little hard to understand sometimes. I kind of like the overall ranking. I kind of almost just want to include that instead. But Rooftop's the highest rank on the team on the left. He is 67 on the ladder, 1v1. Irishman Dan is 124. Cactus Amigo is 135. So everyone, solid, pretty solid players, all on top, 150 or so. And Mora Mora, Goat Gobs, and Ducky Skydiver, they are 60, 30, and 94 respectively. So, all pretty high up in the top 100, top 50 or so. The team on the right is definitely the favorite here. They're playing on Runestones. Runestones to me is just another Arabia. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe there's more relics. There's 2 more relics here. Maybe the wood lines are a little bit different. I really don't know. If someone knows, throw it out in the comments if you could. Because I really don't know what the difference is between Runestones and Arabia. They feel, when you're playing them, they feel about the same. Although I do feel like the tree lines are usually a bit better on Runestones. In terms of just being able to wall and having a little bit more protection. But pretty standard first game here on the Legions League. Legions League is pretty cool league. It's Darth Master, Meezik's brainchild, I guess. I was talking about it last night a little bit, and it's a cool idea. It's like a round robin, instead of doing like regular tournament where you just play one game and you're out. This is a round robin kind of situation. Should be going on for, I'd say, several months. I don't know exactly what the time frame is. I think we've already done about 12 games. I'm going to make a video of all of them is the game plan. And we have Goat Gobs taking in his boar over here. So far, pretty standard opening for everyone. We have Irishman Dan getting 5 on wood, which is a significant amount, I would think. I don't know if most people go that many on wood. We have 4 on wood from Cactus Amigo, 2 on wood from Rooftop. I find most players are putting 2 or 3 on wood until they start going up to Feudal Age, which we have our first going up to Feudal Age right now. Which one? Is that blue? Yeah, blue's going up right now. It's 17 Vils. Playing as the Italians. We'll do a pretty standard in terms of we have more of a booming Cav Civ in the middle, except the Wu aren't a booming Cav Civ in the middle, so I take that back. But we do have the Franks on this side, and flanked by the Britons and the Vietnamese, and then the Maya and the Italians are flanking the Wu over here. I love this. I love this for them. It looks like Gobs is pushing in the deer for Ducky Skydiver. Now, I'm really curious what the rationale is behind this. Was this like Ducky Skydiver just like, I can't push deer, I don't want to push deer, can you just push deer for me? Or if there was like, hey, I'm going to push the deer for you so that you can do something else, I guess. I don't know. Where's Blue Scout? I don't really see Blue Scout, so I don't know. Red's coming over here, trying to delay its archery range going up. We have 2 Vills with Loom, so that shouldn't cause too much of a delay here. We do have Green Scout coming back over. Alright, and Rooftop, Ducky Skydiver are both up. Only Irishman Dan and Cactus Amigo are lagging behind a little bit. But they are on their ways up. So we have archers coming out from Moramora in the south. We have archers. Looks like all the flanks are going archers. Double archery range from Ducky Skydiver, actually. Very interesting. Frank's player is going and building a stable. And our Wu player only has the barracks. Wu have really good infantry, so you can oftentimes go infantry with the Wu. Their big thing is their infantry heals. That's like their main thing. Their infantry heals and their Jean Swordsmen are really good against archer fire. All right, so we have our first attack coming from Gobs here. He's got 4 militia moving forward, and he's getting the man-at-arm upgrade right now. It's about 30 seconds away. Got to fight off some bears in the middle. Maybe that's... I don't think Arabia has a lot of bears. The bears might be guarding these relics in the middle here a little bit. So that could be one of the differences as well. Alright, man-at-arm upgrade is in. He's also getting fletching. Or someone's getting fletching. Hold on. I forget that they put everyone there on the right. Gray is getting fletching. So that's the Maya. And he's moving forward with some archers going towards Irishman Dan. We have militia and archers moving forward from the team on the right. And it looks like they're going towards Cactus Amigo. Cactus Amigo has scouts here. It's not going to be enough to deal with this, though. We have 4 man-at-arms. And these archers have fletching, so... And that's a fight that the team on the right will be happy to take, I'm pretty sure. They have killed 1 scout. Looks like 1 militia, or 1 man-at-arms died. We probably should have just fought on that hill, because the archers were there, but... It's tough to coordinate two players at the same time. Misville's going back, trying to stay alive. And then down here, let's see if we have... Yep, we have 3 archers just going right past Irishman Dan's starting place here. Nice quick walls here. Quick walls are really tough on controller. I mean, it's possible. It's not like, you know, impossible, but that's actually really nice. And he's got the archers here. The gate went down pretty quick, but it was only hit with, like, you know, 30 health or so. It does have another wood line down here in the south, so it looks like Irishman Dan, for the moment, has to run these villagers around, moving back to the wood line, and he's chasing off. It's only 3 archers here. He's adding some skirms. Let's see what's going on over here. All right, red has come down. Rooftop has come down to help Ducky Skydiver. This Skydiver has a lot of pressure here. He had to put a tower on his gold. Probably necessary. And archers and man-at-arms here. Work on Ducky Skydiver. Rooftop pretty much fully walled here. And it looks like Ducky is fully walled as well. Walling is also, I think, a little bit trickier on controller. It's one of those things that I think controller players don't do as much. And Ducky, he is controlling. He's really paying attention to these archers. We have a lot of archers coming in. 12 archers coming in from rooftop. We might be able to clear this up. They can coordinate a little bit. Rooftop and Cactus Amigo here. They can clear this up. And scouts are going down. That was not the coordination we needed. We needed the scouts and the archers at the same time. These archers are gonna do their best. But these man-at-arms have 2 armor, have 2 pierce armor right now. I'm surprised Rooftop didn't just try to go attack blue or green on the other side. Because I don't see him really able to do a whole lot here. I'm better just go attack. Looks like just some scouting going on. Still over here. These archers from Moramora haven't really done too much damage. We did force a tower here. But so far, it's just the team on the right attacking the team on the left. There's been no counterattacks whatsoever. I think I would have if I were coaching this. I think I would have, which I should never do. I would have had these archers go counterattack over here. Maybe get on this wood line. Because these red archers, best of intentions trying to help, but I think he would have been more helpful if he caused a little panic over at the team on the right here. Or instead of Cactus basically lost all of his scouts without doing a whole lot of damage. Maybe 1 or 2 units he killed. Maybe he go and attack, which it looks like is what he's thinking about doing right now. Then we have gray on purple's lines here. Walls coming up from purple. Purple has some skirmishers mixed in, so purple should be able to hold against this army without taking too much damage. He has a decent base layout. He's got the tower protecting him. He's able to push this back. And we have Castle Age coming in for everybody. And archers are in here. They might get a couple of Vil kills here. Nope, no Vil kills. Oh, clipped away. And down in the south, Moramora has Bodkin and Crossbow coming in for his archer ball, which I'm not sure where it went. He moved up to go to the Frank player here. That's some good micro right there. Took out all the archers. And these skirmishers, that was just a disaster. Irishman Dan, I think he was trying to micro down a little bit and just clicked a few wrong places. So those skirmishers should not have all just died like that without taking anyone out. Now, Rooftop's actually the last to go up to Castle Age, which is unfortunate because he has a very big archer ball here. But it's going to take him a little while. He's about to get up to Castle and should be able to click up on Crossbow. Actually, Irishman Dan is a little bit behind him. I take it back. But that's his teammate, so not great. And Rooftop, he's using the market here to try to get the Crossbow upgrade, which he needs to get before taking this fight. And Blue sees that he doesn't have Crossbow yet. And Blue is very happy to take this fight. But that's a big mass. 23 archers from Rooftop versus 16. Now we have Knights coming out from Cactus Amigo. He is the Frank, so he does have the stronger Cav. We have one man-at-arms in the back here. Second TC came up for both Moramora and Gobs. So they have the economy going, and they're still pressuring on the frontier. And it looks like we have some Man-at-Arms here. I don't know if this has been upgraded yet. Man-at-Arms. And there we go. That's my favorite, Jean Swordsman. Jean Swordsman are the best. So he should go attack. Anyone making archers is who he should go attack. He's still attacking yellow, which Jean Swordsmen are not great against Cav. Like, they're okay. Like, they can hold their own, you know, similar to like a long sword maybe. But he really should be going for anyone with archers is the play, which is what he's doing. Jean Swordsmen have 5 pierce armor before upgrades. It's insanity. Our archers basically do, you know, they're doing 1 damage per shot forever. And same thing with town centers. Like you can get 10 Jean Swordsmen, and if you have a town center early on, you can just take it out. You can just stand underneath it, take it out, kill all the vills, keep them not working, and then produce more and send them in. Jean Swordsmen are I wouldn't say they're broken, but they are very strong if the enemies wants to or is going archers. And that's a lot of crossbows. 31 crossbows for Moramora over here. And you got the micro with the 2 groups. And I think blue, yep, blue just marked up here. Got the Jean Swordsman. He's making us get a big hit though. He's making us get a big hit, but the Jean Swordsmen are running in, forming that wall. Mangonels need to get a big hit here. The Jean Swordsman will take forever to kill these archers. I mean, the archers will take forever to kill the Jean Swordsman. And now that the Mangonels are done, that was rough for Rooftop there. That's not what you want. That Jean Swordsman has no fear. He's just chasing them. You see, the archers, they have to run. I mean, obviously because of these archers back here, too. The forward castle going up for Moramora. Frank players trying to come in to defend this. That was... Whose Mangonel was that? Hold on, I gotta rewind that. I thought that was Moramora's Mangonel. But was that... That's Moramora's Mangonel. I mean, he just flattened all of his archers with it. Alright. Good job. You know, Mangonels are dangerous units. Usually they don't attack, usually, unless they aren't going to flatten their own units, but in that case they did. Alright, so they denied the castle down there. That's a big step. We have a second TC up from Rooftop and second TC up from Cactus. And second TC going up for Ducky Skydiver on the right here. And he's moving down with his crossbow ball. And these Jean Swords, they're a problem. They are such a problem, these Jean Swordsmen. Look, they can just... the town center's not garrisoned, but even if it were... So now it's getting garrisoned. Watch these Jean Swordsmen. Look at this guy. This guy's getting targeted by the entire town center. And it's just ticking down one at a time. And he's regaining health. And he's just regaining health here. Like, if you're going up against the Wu, you do not make archers. Archers are just not the play. You have to make it literally anything else. Cav, whatever. Got a good fight here between Ducky and Cactus. Ducky's going to win this, but he's going to take a lot of losses. I feel like Cactus feels like he has no choice but to take some of these bad fights because he's got so much pressure on him. And he wanted to put a castle up in the front of his base. He's going to force him to put it in the back. And this castle is going to go up for Moramora. It really doesn't deny too much, but it allows a kind of a front position for him to push here. And there's been 0 counterattack, 0 attempts at counterattack from the left team. The left team is just this is getting bad for him. There's one Jean Swordsman who can just take out all these villagers. Not sure where Rooftop's looking. Maybe he's looking for the forfeit button. Cactus Amigo quits here. Too much pressure on him. Rooftop. Yep. I actually was saying it as a joke, but he was looking for the forfeit button. And this is going to be a win. This is the first game of the Legions League. Great game. I think the Ducky Skydiver team here is one of the favorites. I have not watched beyond this game. I think I maybe have seen like little parts of the other games, but I think that they're going to be really, really good. So I'm trying to make a video, do at least like 4 to 8 videos or so, and put them all in video and kind of update everyone every week or so. The league is really awesome. Thanks to everyone who's putting it on. It's really fun to watch. It's gonna be really fun to cast. So take a look at some of these stats here. Yeah, look at these KDs. Ducky Skydiver crushing it. Goat Gobs crushing it. $81 Vills for Goat Gobs. That's legit. He was booming and then just banging out those Jean Swordsman here. Cactus Amigo with the APM spikes. Love it. All right, I'm going to bring you game 2. Stay tuned. We are here for another game of the Legions League. This is game 2. So we have... This is actually... I call it Goat Gob's team because I believe... who was on his team? Ducky. Right? Yeah, Ducky is not playing, so I can't call it his team anymore. These teams really need team names. Maybe they do now, but in the beginning they did not. So, anyway, I'm going to call this Goat Gob's team. We have Goat Gob's team playing Darth Llama's team. Goat Gob's team consists of Goat Gobs playing as the Khmer. We have a I'm Too Good For Your Mama playing as the Goths, and Red Calypso playing as the Ethiopians. On the opponent squad, I'm calling it Darth Llama's team. You have... King Ozaki playing as the Saracens. You have Darth Llama, of course, and you have Eduardios. Overall, I put the average elo up on the top here. 1705 is the average elo for Goat Gobs' team on the left, and Darth Llama's team average elo is 1597, with Darth Llama being the highest ranked player here on his team at least. I think overall maybe. Yeah, overall he's 28 on the ladder, and Gobs is 30, so about even. But I'm Too Good For Your Mom is 34, so pretty high up there. Playing on Frontline, which I'm not too familiar with Frontline. It basically you have these 3. The dogs are barking. You have these 3, 1, 2, 3, kind of in a line, and then 1, 2, 3, kind of in a line. So it gives you some sort of opportunity. It looks like where you can sort of divide the map in half, if you will. But I think most of the fighting is going to be coming right in the middle here. I think that's why they call it Frontline. The wood lines are a couple near the base, but really most of them the good wood line is way off to the side here. So we'll see if that comes into play. I've not watched this game, so I have no idea what's going to happen. There are relics kind of scattered around the map. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 relics in total, I believe. 3 all the way in the top corners here, 3 closer to this side, and then looks like a handful kind of scattered in the middle here, 4 more. Let's see if there's any shenanigans going on. Now this, just looking at the colors that they chose, I don't believe you can choose your starting location the way you can on, say, like Arabia or other maps. So there's really no, like, flank pocket or anything like that. So they kind of had to go in not knowing where they were going to spawn, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't see how you would necessarily pick red and then you're next to gray, although it is possible. But there's a lot of hunt here. There's a lot of gold kind of scattered throughout. Now, you would think if you're the player in the back, you'd want to boom. So Eduardios has the Khmer back here. He's got 4 on wood. Pushing in some deer. Kind of your typical Dark Age stuff right now. Sharing a wood line over here. That's interesting for Ozaki and Llama. 4 on wood, 3 on wood. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of players are putting more on wood than I would have expected. 3 on wood for Red Calypso. 2 on wood for Gobs. We got 3 on wood going over from I'm Too Good For Your Mama. Great name, I'm Too Good For Your Mama. There are a lot of deer to push in here. You have berries on the side, you have a lot of deer. Standard sheep on the side as well. So I think we're going to have an interesting one. Both these teams have solid players. Dark Llama, I played with Dark Llama a bunch, and he's definitely one of the more solid players I played with. We saw Gobs do really well in game 1. And this is the same team, but 2 new players on his team. So I'm not sure how big their roster is, but at least it's at least 5 players. I know that there was a post recently in the Discord. Also, anyone who's watching who's not in the Controller Discord, I'll put a link. I think it's still okay to put links to it. Or just hit me up and let me know. I can see how to get you in it, and you can get involved in different things like this. But anyway, I saw a post recently on the Discord saying that they're allowing substitute players. It's really tough to try to arrange timings for 3 players at a time. So they're allowing like substitute players, but there's like some rules involved, and they have to be below the elo of the player that they're replacing, and it has to be approved by the other captain, and this and that. So we'll see. We'll see if there's any substitute players out there. All right, we got Feudal Age coming up now. Let's see what these guys are going for. So the team on the left, a little bit faster to Feudal. Looks like all of them. On the right, Eduardios looks like he's kind of more going towards a fast castle. He is missing a couple of sheep, and he's missing a deer in the back here, and a couple of sheep over here. I'm not sure what his scout is scouting, but he's not finding the sheep over here. I could turn the 504 on, but I'm not going to. And we have a smart defensive wall coming up for Red Calypso. And a market and an archery range going up for Gray here. That's King Ozaki. And it looks like Red Calypso sent in some man-at-arms here, but they got swiftly taken down. I'm trying to see if I can get the KD up on the screen here. Here we go. Yeah, so Red Calypso lost 3. But he's got more. He's got 3 more man-at-arms here. So he's had 6 man-at-arms he built in the very beginning. Scouts on defense for Dark Llama. And we also have scouts here from Goat Gobs. Here we go. Early fight. We have more man-at-arms coming in. This is just a full-on man-at-arms. We have an archer on defense from King Ozaki, and we have Dark Llama with his scouts here. It looks like Red Calypso has lost 6 man-at-arms in the beginning. I'm Too Good For Your Mama has lost 5. I didn't even see where he was attacking. Orange and red kind of look similar, so maybe they were just all in the mix there. Maybe he was making man-at-arms as well. Yeah, that's what it is. It's. I'm not colorblind, but orange and red look pretty darn similar in this game. At least the units do. At least the man-at-arms do, put it that way. Okay, Llama taking out the scout. I'm sorry, that's Gobs taking out the scout for Eduardios. And Gobs coming in here hard. Darth Llama. This is Darth Llama in the green here. And this is Gobs. So Darth Llama's on defense, trying to prevent Gobs from getting any damage here. Let's see if he takes this fight. He's taking the fight. It's 7-4 right now. I don't think it's a good fight for you, Darth Llama, but I know you're just trying to bait him a little bit. But these scouts have to be dealt with though, because they're already in the back here on Eduardios, and Eduardios just got to Castle Age, and he has no military yet. We have a mark over here. This is the Goth player here. This is I'm Too Good For Your Mama coming in with the man-at-arms here. And now we have knights. We have knights for Eduardios. He should be able to push back. Should be able to push back these scouts with just a handful of knights. Darth Llama trying to stop these man-at-arms from coming into his base. There's one archer here from his teammate, King Ozaki. Darth Llama garrisons. Should be able to get these kills just with the town center. And Red Calypso moves away. And Darth Llama clears up the man-at-arms. The knights have cleared up the scout, so it looks like things have kind of settled for the team on the right here. And Darth Llama's moving forward. We have Castle coming in for Gobs right now, and he's also getting bloodlines and forging, so he's planning on going some cav here. He does have his scouts in the back. I don't know where the knights went for Eduardios, but these scouts are getting some damage here. Eduardios moved his knights forward to attack, and he doesn't really have anything defending his wood line. He is Khmer, so he could jump in these houses and at least kind of survive a little bit. But it's only 3 scouts. He could Vil fight him, but it's definitely distracting him. We have a mark from Darth Llama here. And that's the Goth man-at-arms coming in from I'm Too Good For Your Mama. So I'm Too Good For Your Mama came from the absolute back of his base to the back of the other base with his man-at-arms. Which is an interesting strategy. So I noticed actually in game 1, they double-teamed the pocket first. And I think that seems to be a theme for this team. But Eduardo's knights are getting through. There's some pikemen waiting for him, but there's archers here as well from his teammate, Ozaki. Ozaki can deal with that. There's yellow knights here to defend his teammate. And if it looks like that was a very, very good split up. The archers needed to kill the spears. They didn't kill the spears in time. And now these knights are going to go down for Eduardios. We have a battle elephant on the field. Man, I'm just taking out this gold mine here. I don't know how the drafting works for Legions League, because I'm realizing that there's 2 Khmer teams from different sides here. So I guess you can draft the same team as the other side. Yellow moving into Gray's base here. He's got the big battle elephants. He's got the knights, and he doesn't have anything to stop him. Gobs is getting some Vil kills here. Big Vil kills. And these battle elephants are tanky, but you gotta move them. So we got knights and battle elephants from Gobs trying to get at this wood line here. This is a tricky wood line too, because this is both of their wood lines. This is Llama's wood line and his teammate King Ozaki's wood line. We have another town center up in the back. Nice little raid here coming in from Dark Llama. The Dark Llama's actually getting some damage in. But Llama's KD is really good. 16 kills for only 7 deaths. Watching this game, I'm thinking the team on the left is actually doing a lot more damage. But if you look at the KD, it's pretty even overall. We do have 3 town centers coming in from our Goth player in the back here. And 3 town centers for Llama as well. And that's what it's like, 25 minutes in and getting your 3rd town center up with all this fighting. That's something I can't do. I don't know. Anyone watching this, if you're not a high-level player, how does that sound to you? To me, that sounds pretty darn good. I'm surprised no one has gone out to this outside wood line. I mean, I guess there's enough trees, like in here. There's 6,000 res in this. That's not, I mean, 6,000 res. I guess that's enough for a long time, but I would think I would try to get to the outside wood line, especially if this game's going to go long. There's also knights trickling in from Eduardios in the back. He's got the, oh yeah, double lumber camp, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Man, it looks like most of the fights have kind of cleared up. These guys are going to the outside here. Looks like they're just building a lumber camp, not going for the town center. And now everyone is in Castle Age right now. That was Red Calypso went to Castle Age. He was the last one. He's on the front, so he's probably worried about attacking and getting attacked a little bit more, but Red Calypso's dragging behind right now, unfortunately. And we have another far side to far side raid. Eduardios with the knights. Battle elephants are clearing him out. He was getting whatever damage he can. Stopping the eco for I'm Too Good For Your Mama a little bit. It's only, how many? We got 4 battle elephants. And Llama he's not paying attention to these scouts. They're going to go down. But battle elephants are expensive. We have another TC going up for Llama. 4th TC for Llama at 28 minutes. This guy's nuts. I love it. Oh, now we got the camels coming in from Llama. So Llama's made a full switch to camels here. Smart. I mean, you see battle elephants. There are a good amount of archers from Red Calypso. Red Calypso is behind. He has Ethiopians, but he does have the archers and now the crossbow. You got to really avoid them with the camels. Camels get just melted. And we have a nice defensive castle going up for I'm Too Good For Your Mama. And they know about these camels. Camels getting some kills here. There's that TC on the side I wanted to see. I like that. King Ozaki's playing as the Saracen. Saracens, if you can get some Mamelukes out, they're sick. And these Eduardios is really making a lot of knights. He's putting a lot of pressure on these guys. I don't know if he's been able to do a ton of damage, although he does have 30 kills. This group of knights have 6 kills. Probably, I would imagine mostly villagers, but maybe he seems to be running away from the elephants. Elephants are slow. And we have a house wall kind of going up from Gobs on the side here. And Llama with the camels, making some raids. Not sure he's finding a ton of damage. He found some damage on the wood line earlier. We have a random yellow scout moving in the back. And they're putting some pressure on him. That's a cool looking monastery. I haven't seen that yet. That's an Ethiopian monastery. And Red Calypso's getting pressure. He's gonna need some help from someone who has some military on this team. But these camels, they're just like, I mean, these elephants, they're just chasing around these knights. The knights actually have more HP. The knights have more total HP than those elephants. And they're taking that fight. And those elephants are so tough. And it looks like these elephants are going to win that fight. I don't know if Gobs has any monks to heal these elephants up, but that'd probably be pretty clutch. And if the camels were in that fight, that would have made a huge difference. I think what I'm noticing from this team on the right is they're attacking, but they're not really coordinating their attacks very much. Like, those camels and those knights could have been together to take out those elephants pretty well. We have Red Calypso with the crossbow, making some moves from the left side here. Castle going up for Llama on the left, protect his left side here. They're kind of building a nice little wall across the whole middle. Slowly but surely. And we have Imp coming in. Red Calypso's an Imp, and Goat Gobs is an Imp. Red Calypso is an Imp with one town center. So he was the last to Castle, and I think the first to Imp. Either the first or the second. So that's interesting. I'm curious what text he's going to be going for. He already got Arbalester. I mean, Ethiopian Arbalester can kill anything. Yeah, I mean, they're just melting whatever they come close to. And that's pretty bold. That's pretty bold to be so late to Castle and then just push right up into Imp. But he's only at 47 villagers. Everyone else is at, 70, 80, 90. So if he loses these these Arbalests, he's not going to really be able to rebuild them. And he's going for a forward castle here. How many villas is he sending? 10 vills. Right on the nose. And I don't see Llama being able to stop this. I don't think he sees it yet. Eduardios would have to get out there now. They don't have the army to stop this castle. That's going to be a really, really, really tough castle to deal with. And Llama went full into camels. And Llama's camels are back here doing damage to Yellow. But while he's doing that, he's getting a castle right in his face. And this castle is going to range at least one town center, and all these houses. Actually, I think it might range this town center too. From Ozaki. Dude, Calypso, you're a god. Bro. Bro. That is a sick castle right there. 1 TC, castle dropping an imp. Selling food for gold. And he's still got his 25 Arbalest ball. Got like a handful of skirmishers in there too, just just hanging out with the archers. They like to mingle sometimes on the weekend. But we got Cavalier from Eduardios coming from the back. Llama still has a handful of units out here, but they're Camels. Camels can't do anything against those Arbalests. And now we got the Trebs from Red Calypso. My man. Eduardios needs to just go snipe that Treb before it destroys everything. I mean, he can snipe that Treb and he can take that castle out. The Arbalests are out of position. Yellow's got a couple of elephants here. I think this is a good point where if Llama has them, the Camels would come in handy. All right, so he sniped the Treb, and now he's just moving out. I would try to take the whole castle out, but he's got some elephants here. Where's the only fight going on? Everything else is just kind of eco castles expanding to the outside. All right, so we have one town center. Yes, I did range that town center. That town center is gone. Or maybe it was the Treb that took it out. He's taking out this town center. And he's just going to have this whole position right in the middle of the map. And now Calypso is adding 2 town centers on the wood line over here. Try to get his eco back up. I mean, Calypso's doing a lot of work, but his eco is really, really weak right now. But his army's big. But at the same time, Ozaki had to move to the side, and this is his eco. Like, he just has, I think 3. There's all 3 him. Yeah, he's got 3 town centers over here, and that's it. Got a little bit of gold. He's got to rebuild basically. He's down to 50 fills. Eduardios has this big army, but I don't think he knows exactly what to do with it. Or maybe they're kind of concocting a plan. And now we have some halberdiers from Yellow. Eduardios is doing a really good job of keeping track of his knights and keeping them alive. As I say that, let's see what happens. I don't know if I like that fight for you, Eduardios. I don't think I like that fight. That's not a fight you want to take. Maybe I think he would win that, but he would lose. He would lose half of his Cavalier. Red making moves towards the back here. I think they have to swarm Red and just get rid of this, which they looks like they're trying to do right now. And we got a Panic Castle from Eduardios. You gotta just cancel that. Just attack them. There you go. Eduardios needs to be here with his knights. Where's your knights, Eduardios? Is he getting attacked in the front? No. I mean, Hussars, the way that Calypso is paying attention, Hussars are not going to do it. He's just killing his Hussars without him getting any hits in. And I think these Arbalests, honestly, can focus down these skirmishers even. It's only 15 skirms. 12 Arbalests. Alright, so he's going to get whatever he can do, whatever damage he can do. I think he just denied that town center, actually. That's pretty big. Castle's down from Red Calypso. We got ourselves a battle here. Llama, great Trebs. But now we got the Trebs and the Heavy Scorps on the left side coming in from Gobs. And Gobs is Khmer too, right? So that's going to be tough to deal with. I'm curious what Llama's going to make to try to deal with this. Or if he's just going to ask for help. I mean, right now it's not that many Scorpions. Like, you could just, like, Eduardios could take that out with his Knights, but they got to do it. They got to coordinate that. And King Ozaki's getting his eco back. But Gobs has the major eco back here. And I don't see what Darth Llama's got going on here. Darth Llama just has Hussars and Camel Riders. And I don't know where they are. Alright, so he's raiding. I mean, he's trying to do counter raids, which is, it's not a bad strat, but I think you have to deal with this, though. Yeah, Llama's about to lose this all of these villagers here. He's got 30 villagers here, and he has no way to protect them. So the raids are good, but I don't think Gobs really cares about this raid. Gobs has enough town centers, he has enough resources, he can just rebuild. And these heavy scorps are just rolling in with zero fear. And Llama just lost 30 villagers here. I would not feel good about that. Both town centers gonna go down, and the Scorpions, they're just looking for their next victim. Meanwhile, I'm Too Good For Your Mom has got his Huskarls just rolling in here. Rolling into the eco. I think it's gonna be another win for the Gobs Ducky Skydiver squad. I don't see a way out for this team. Yep, and they just quit. Ozaki, Eduardios, and Darth Llama. Great attempt. Really, really good attempt. Just wasn't enough. That team's good. That team's really, really solid. I like some of what like Eduardios had a lot of those Knights. I think Ozaki did a great job of repositioning and rebuilding, but I think it was a little bit too late. But Red Calypso, to me, was the MVP there. Gobs was really just, like, booming so well. He had such a nice thing going on. The raids from Darth Llama were hurting him. But the Eduardios had his Knights, and Darth Llama had his Camels, and they never, like, could work together, it seemed like. They just were always kind of in separate positions. So GG's to him. Red Calypso, 2.27 KD. Insanity. And a insane castle. Honestly, that castle was just, I mean, that was a very solid castle. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, look at the res collected Gobs. Way up there. I'm looking for your mama. He had a big boom going in the back. Eduardios had a very nice boom. He had good everything. You know, kind of what you expect. The guys in the back were able to boom a little bit more. But look at Red Calypso. So his castle time was 26 minutes on 1 TC, which is normal. You can't have 2 TCs, I guess, but 26 minutes on 1 TC, right? And then his imp time, 30 minutes. 30 minutes to imp. And he didn't add TCs until after imp. And at the same time, he had 25 crossbows that turned into arbalests right there. So pretty sick if you ask me. Gobs with the big villager high. I'm always curious about APM. Not that it really matters, but Calypso, I'm not surprised. All right, great game. That's game 2 of the Legions League. And I'm going to go ahead and get game 3 going. All right. We have the Saracens in the pocket. No, Saracens on the flank. My bad. This is Eater Advance. We have Fizz98 playing as the Khmer. And we have Kobe Robies playing as the Portuguese. And then in the north here, so they're playing on the south, it's on Hideout. Hideout's kind of cool. You get the nice tree line. I'll show that in a sec. Now, in red here, we have Ard Taylor playing as the Teutons. We have Whitey AoE playing as the Romans in the pocket. And then we have the Gonkinator playing as the Poles on the flank here. I have the elos up on the top. The average elo for Eater of Ants team / Kobe Robies, I think was the captain, I'm not sure, is 1533. That might downplay their actual elo because I believe Eater of Ants doesn't play a lot of 1v1s, and I'm using the 1v1 as the average there, so I think that they're only like 1200 something. So I kind of bring the whole average down. Whereas Kobe Robies and Fizz are both 1670, 1700, somewhere around there, top like 30 on the ladder. And then Whitey's team up here, they're an average elo of 1413, and it might be more of a reflection of their actual elo. So let's get into it. Let's see what we're building here. Let me zoom out. So Hideout is a cool map. I've never seen a 3v3 on Hideout before. I don't play a lot of 3v3 Hideouts. I don't know if it's been... Is it on the team ladder in 3v3s? Maybe it is. I see it mostly in 1v1s. But you have this huge wood line that kind of separates all the players from each other. You have the illusion of safety because palisade walls surrounding your base don't really protect you from much, but in theory, they could. Here we go. We got a Borlore. Let's see how they do it. Ah, that's class. That's classy right there. Kobe Robies, you can tell is high level. That's nothing. So what they could do, in theory, is kind of wall off to the side here. I've seen a lot of players, you kind of wall from this tree line to this tree line, and this tree line to this tree line, or something around there. You can do that on both sides if you like. So let's see what these teams end up doing. Those games give you a lot more time to boom, a lot more time to attack, without having to be rushed by it. Let's see, 3 on the wood line for Eater of Ants. I'm always curious about how many people put on the wood line. 2 right now from Fizz. Let's see, that's going to stay 2. Looks like it is. Interesting. And we have 3 on the wood line for our Portuguese player. And look at that, classy. So they're changing that mechanic soon, where you can kill it with the town center. You don't have to eject your villagers. That's going to make it a little easier for noobs like me. So this is the way I do it. I just have all the villagers shoot. I find that to be the safer way. Look at this skill difference here. Sorry, Gonkinator, but that is a bad villager taking that wood right there. So let's see what this game has in store for us here. Whitey also, you usually want this this lumber camp right on the tree line. Pushing in some deer here, not quite there. You can kind of see a little bit of a skill gap, I think, from the top and the bottom, but let's see how this plays out. And 4 villagers on wood for Ard Taylor up here as the Teutons. And usually most players will build this right on the mill, or the mill right on the berries, I mean. I don't think you have to. I actually find it's like having one gap there sometimes makes more sense. Like this is like almost a straight line, so having a gap there probably makes it almost just as efficient as if you were right on it, because you don't have to kind of walk around it as much. But that's just Dark Age stuff. That's just the fun Dark Age stuff that we look at. And Eater of Ants. I played a game, if it's on my YouTube, I played a game against, Woody Woodpecker, Old Crooked Woody. And he built his mining camp right on the gold here. Just like that, but it was part of his wall, and his villagers were walking all the way around to get to the gold. And that's why you leave one gap here. And we have a couple of scouts getting to know each other a little bit better. Pretty much everyone is on their way up to Imperial Age here. These scouts are just going to run around, chase each other around the map. I'm not seeing any villagers come forward. It seems like most players are in their bases. I don't see any early action here. Full work from the pole player. Poles are great, but they take a little while to get their economy going. So Fizz is up the first and building a stable. All right, so everyone but Eater of Ants and Ard Taylor are up right now. So let's see if there's going to be any early action here. We do have a barracks up From Kobe Robies as the Portuguese. A lot on wood. Got more going to gold here, so let's see what they're going to be making. Now we have a stable coming up from the Gonkinator, playing as the Poles. And this looks like, is this going to be a castle here? What's going on here? Oh, a tower. Yeah, way too early for a castle. So we have a tower going up. A little early aggression from Ard Taylor here. I like that. I think the team in the north is a bit of the underdog here, so I think that they want to put on the pressure. Archery range going up for Eater Vance, which is, I guess we'll see. We'll see. This looks like it's just going to be a tower rush. I don't think there's going to be any military behind it. We have a tower coming up for Eater Vance. Back in their base, nothing. They sent all their villas forward. Not all of them, but enough. And good reaction by Eater Vance, getting the tower up right away. This tower, probably going to have another tower here, so there'll be a bit of a tower war between the two. This Eater Vance tower is going to go up first. Let's see if they garrison their villas here. No garrison of the villas, just letting the towers shoot. Probably could get a few Vil kills there if you garrison. And on this side, we have some archers moving forward. From Kobe Robies going up to the Gonkinator. Gonkinator has some scouts set up, but there are scouts here from Fizz, from the south. And this tower's going down. And this tower's going down because the tower from Ard Taylor is garrisoned to capacity, and this tower was not. So now we have two towers here. Let's see if they're going to build a third one. I'm guessing they're going to build a third one or try to break through and build a third one. Let's see. Meanwhile, over here, archers and scouts are going to get through this wall, but there is a nice house wall behind it. 3 scouts from purple. Oh, and there's a gap here. Oh, they didn't even see that. All right, just click the house enough. And this was a market here. I don't think that they were trying necessarily to go up the castle. I think they just built the market to block there. But yeah, I was gonna say a tower over here would make a lot of sense. Protect your wood line. Let's see what's going on in our tower rush. So we had a third tower came up here, and they are attacking a house. They do have some archers to defend here. Those are going forward. They're putting a tower that's in range of the town center. The town center is garrisoned. And the town center is going to kill some of these vills. And then these archers are moving forward, and they're not protected by the back tower. So this tower probably is not going to go up. Let's see if they force it. There is a lot of vills there. But they had 10 before. Now they're down to 7 or 8. They garrisoned the archers are going to go down. The tower does go up. And there's still 8 villagers there. Let's see what's going on this side. Yeah. It looks like the team from the south is actually moving towards the yellow player here, Whitey. They've abandoned this position. They got through. Didn't really see a way to get through any farther, so now they abandoned it. And good house walls from Whitey over here. Gonna be tricky. They do have man-at-arms. And this is smart. So Eater Vance actually moved a few vills over here just in case they lose their base. They're not being double-teamed, so I think they should be okay. They should survive this right now. And it looks like the North team really has to defend this push anyway. And we have Vil fights, we have Man-at-Arms fighting. And they should be able to clear this out. Let's see, there's only a handful of archers left from Teal. And a Town Bell. But they should be able to clear this out. Good micro from Teal, taking out a lot of these Man-at-Arms. The scouts are all cleared out. It's just these 4 archers left. And these archers are running. Is there a gap there? The yellow garrisons, they should be able to kill some of these. Yeah, these archers, they're going to go down. They're going to go down. All right, meanwhile, on our tower rush here, this is what would concern me here. We have 2 towers on the TC, and the TC's not ranging these towers. They need to get Fletching, which they're getting right now, actually. And green is going up to castle. So green built enough scouts to help just to help this push, and then they just kind of are booming, going up to castle age. Nice looking economy right there from Fizz. And that's all the fights. Yeah, the only thing left is this tower rush here. So what do you do in this situation with the tower rush? It's a lot of investment from red, and right now there's 1 Vil garrison, so it really hasn't cost a lot of economy. But they do have 5 kills here. Red does, so that must be on just different. Oh, that's on the archers. They killed 5 archers from Eater Advance here. Yellow's chasing this 1 archer down. Archers from Teal are just kind of sitting around Teal's base. Teal's on the way up to castle, so they're probably going to get something. We got Bodkin coming in. Bodkin coming in from our tower rusher here. Let's look back at their base here. So they got a second town center going up. I mean, overall, their economy is actually not doing too bad for building all these towers forward. It's always a risk because you're sending all these villagers, and you have villagers on stone. So you have a lot of your economy just focused on attacking. And we have battering ram coming out for Eater Advance here. And where do these villagers are garrisoned over here? So there's 7 villagers doing nothing. Those villagers could come over here and probably take down this battering ram. 3rd town center going up for green. Green's getting a big boom. You'd like to see that from yellow too. But it doesn't look like yellow is prepped for another town center yet. 1 coming up. So 3 town centers already from Fizz. And this tower goes down. And only 4 Vils left in this tower and 3 Vils left in this tower. So they caused some disruption here. Yeah, they forced an early ram. They killed a few archers. But overall, I don't know if this rush is what they wanted. And where is Eater Advance taking wood? Is it just in this base? It's only 2 in this base taking wood, and these villagers are headed back, building a town center on this wood line. Okay, that's smart. All right, everyone's kind of sitting back, prepping their armies here. We have crossbows from Teal. It's a lot of crossbows. And definitely looks like the southern team is off to a better boom here. These villagers, they can beat down that ram. So that's a lot of investment. Rams aren't cheap, and they take a long time to build. So that's a lot of investment. And this town center's down to about almost half health. We do have some crossbows coming out for Advance here. 10 crossbows. Let's see where they're going. And green is here. Green's coming up with a little sneak attack over here. Red's not going to be ready for this. This is the problem with the tower rush. Red has nothing back here to defend. Doesn't even have a barracks. Red was all in on that tower rush. It hasn't done enough. Red's running some vills forward. I think that was before this attack came in. Trying to get a wall up here. I don't see how you're going to stop green from coming in, though. And green is in. And we have a castle coming up. There's 2 TCs, fine, but these are a lot of knights in here. This castle's denied for the moment, at least. That's a lot of military coming at you. So Fizz came in and wrecked Red's life over here. And Blue has crossbows coming up. Meanwhile, on the other side, I wasn't paying attention to this. So Teal's dropping a castle on the Gonkanator. Yellow has the Roman Scorpions. Has the Roman Scorpions here, but this castle's going to go up. So this is a lot of pressure over here, but Red is going to get their castle up too. And purple's gotta figure some things out here. And purple's trying to run. Purple's trying to run their vills. Purple does not have the military to deal with this. These red towers aren't really ranging anything of importance for blue. Blue still has a town center here. And has the crossbows going to red. Red got the castle up over here. Oh, look, they have like a little nook. And Teal is pretty much taking over all of Purple's base. Is there a world where the North team comes back and can fight this off? I don't see it. We have the raids coming in from green into yellow's base. So we got yellow being raided by green. We have purple. Their base is completely taken over by teal. And now we have blue crossbows and red base. I mean, this is just all... Anywhere you look on this map, the southern team is winning. You don't see crossbows destroying town centers very often, but I think you're about to. There we go. And purple does have another town center over here. I mean, northern team doesn't have a quit in them right now. I like Kobe Roby's here as a Portuguese, just on one town center. Just banging out as many units as possible. Crossbows taking the long route. So purple's not dead, but had to rebuild their entire base up in the north. They're building skirmishers. This is how many crossbows is this? So many crossbows. 56 crossbows. Kobe Roby's, you're a maniac. And then we got Fizz's Cavalier here, too. All right, no, they're making the right units. They have Halberdiers. They have Skirmishers coming out. There's not even an Elite Skirm yet. And blue is putting up their 5th town center over here. I mean green. Fizz just got the super boom going there. I think we're going to see a GG pretty soon. I would. Yeah, Cavalier, crossbow. Against like 8 skirmishers. Non-elite skirmishers. Fizz is already imp. Teal's going imp right now. And that's the GG from the Gonkinator. Let's see if the rest we're going to call it, I would assume. I mean, the Tower Rush was, you know, I think that they were definitely the underdog here, so I think you have to try something. And that's the GG right there. Yeah, I mean, with the Tower Rush, like, I think I like the idea of trying something. You know, as the underdog, I think you have to play a little bit out of the box. You can't just try to play straight up against better players, right? But let's see who did the most damage here. Kobe Robies with 56 crossbows is insanity. Fizz had the beautiful boom. The big, beautiful boom going. 31,000 res for Fizz. The next highest was 23,000 Kobe Robies. Kobe was on 1 TC getting that much res too. That's pretty baller right there if you ask me. But good game. That was game number 3 of the Legions League. I'm gonna do one more in this video, and then I'm gonna do 4 through 8 afterwards. So I'll catch you in a second with game 4. All right, we are here. This is game 4 of the Legions League. Let's get this party started, shall we? So we have White Widow, Snaky Pringle, and Tamer Caribou. They are on the left side of the mini-map here. Left side of the map here. And they're going up against Bonky, Rowdy Squirrels, and Sevens the Gods. Sevens the God. Great name, Sevens the God. So I have White Widow, average elo, 1485. Bonky, Rowdy Squirrels, and Sevens the God. Their average elo is 1582. So a little bit higher overall. They're playing on Runestones, which is a pretty open map for both teams here. It's usually a pretty aggressive map. We saw this in game 1, I believe. On the left there, we have Tamer Caribou is playing as a Vietnamese, so they'll be able to see all the town centers there. White Widow in the middle here is playing as the Berbers, and Snaky Pringles is playing as the Italians. Italians seem to be a popular pick on this map. Bonky is playing as the Hindustanis. Rowdy Squirrels is playing as the Franks. Franks also a popular pick on this map. And Sevens the God playing as the Byzantines. I'd love to give you more details on this matchup here. But I don't know, like, all the differences in the civs. I mean, generally I do. Like, right, Italians. So generally they're going to go archers. They have Genoese crossbow that are very, very good against any kind of cavalry unit. They have the ones against cavalry unit. All right, this is my favorite thing to do. We have 3 on wood. We have 2 on wood. Third one going to wood. I guess I need to wait to look for the wood until they send all their bills. Most players seem to be sending like anywhere between 6, usually 6 or 7 is usually on food, and then everyone, you know, after that goes to wood. So right now this should be everyone. Good boar kill right there. Our Hindustani player. All right, let's get through this Dark Age. Let's see what happens. Where's this villager going? Okay, they're building a wall. So I'm curious. Last game, I believe we saw pretty much everyone making military early. I think this is a really tough map to have like one player try to fast castle or one player try to boom. I think that if the pressure comes in quickly, you need to have everyone with military. So let's see if we see that again from these players as we did in the first game. So we have 4 on wood for red as the Italians, 2 on wood as the Berbers from White Widow, 2 on wood from Tamer Caribou, 3 on wood for Sevens the God. So I started playing as the Byzantines a little bit. The Cataphracts are really awesome units, and their big bonus is they have like more HP on all their units, I believe. Yeah, so they have more HP in all of their units on their buildings. Town Watch, Town Patrol is pretty awesome. Like when I cast these, obviously I don't have the Fog of War on, but in theory, some players are gonna be able to see more or less than others. So something to keep in mind there. Byzantines able to see a little bit more. And we have a full wall on the backside coming up from Rowdy Squirrels. Also a great name. I always thought it was Rowdy Squirrel, but it's actually Rowdy Squirrels. Back in my Halo 2 days, way back in the day, it would say who you were killed by, and it would say you were killed by, and then it would say their name. So I feel like you were killed by Rowdy Squirrels is kind of a throwback to that. Because a lot of people would have like, you were killed by your mom or something stupid, you were killed by a heap of crying babies, like something like so dumb. All right, our team on the right is a little bit faster going up to feudal than our team on the left here. And yellow is house. They need to figure that out. Oh, they're housed, but they're on the way up, so it doesn't really matter. Let's look at the capture age here. Capture age has it blinking whenever someone's housed. That's another one of the updates they're going to do. They're going to have it whenever you have less than 5 population space. It's going to make like a little bing or a buzz or something like that. And big walls, big individual walls here. I wonder. This is a tough map to try to do like a team wall on, and you're kind of far away from your teammates a little bit. Let me zoom out a little bit. Like if you're trying to make a wall across this whole frontier, it'd be really tough to do. So I think having like these individual walls, but it's a tough map to wall though. Didn't push in any deers, like 3 deer chilling over here for Rowdy Squirrels. And let's see what we got going on. So far, I think it's only green is making a pike here, probably just kind of anticipating defense. Not a lot of military, not a lot of early military production from either team coming out. Just that one pike, and then just their starting scouts. That's all that's out there. We have full stone walls coming up from teal. Now that's an investment. I don't hate it. I mean, it seems like this might be a long game because there's not a lot of early attack going on. Red's going double archery ranges early. Double archery ranges is really tough to keep production. They're Italians. Do Italians get a bonus for like cheaper things? I don't think so, right? Their gunpowder units are cheaper, and advancing to the next age is cheaper, but their archers are not cheaper. So keeping up with 2 archer production is really tricky. And they have the 2 archery ranges up, but I don't see any archers coming out. We have 1 in queue here. I take it back. We have 2 in queue. We already have 1 garrisoned here. So there are archers coming out. But it is really tough to keep up with 2 archery production now. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So red looks like they're going to try to make some sort of an attack here pretty quickly. Blue, at least, is all walled up. I mean, green. I don't know. My colors are off right now. Green is all walled up, and blue is walling up. Blue's almost there. Just along the front. They still have a gap in the back over here. They probably have explored it. But I'm not sure. No, they haven't explored it yet. So, yellow is now here with some scouts. And they might get this villager killed here. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure why that villager was on the other side of that wall. They must have been building it, and they just kind of got stuck on the other side. But, I mean, full stone walls here, house walls. These villagers are walling the back, and they still have to wall this side here. And another villager. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Oh, that was a pike, I think. Can you see? Yeah, that was a pike, I think. And we do have some scouts coming in here. Pretty much full walls up for orange here. They're going to defend this with just a couple of scouts. Teal's moving back to their base. They had some scouts going forward, so maybe they're getting pushed over here. They're worried about it. Yep. So they went to build these walls, which was good, which was smart, but they didn't finish them in time for the pressure to come in. So that's going to really hurt for the team on the right. Bonky's team, and that's Bonky. So the scouts are coming back. So they try to get some pressure going on, but weren't able to do it. Now we have yellow coming in here too. So yellow and red are both double teaming teal. Let's see how teal responds to this. Already a big disruption. Bill's dead. I think maybe 5 Bill's dead. I'm not sure, but 5 units dead overall for teal. I don't think they lost any scouts. And that's not enough scouts to deal with this. There's only 1 pike, but that's a lot of archers, and that's a lot of scouts there. Now we have green sending their scouts in to try to help this. Able to kill 1 scout here, though, with the Vills. That's good. But it's a double team. It's a double team. They're going to need help. And blue, meanwhile, blue's going over to orange with pikes and skirms. Orange has a handful of archers here. Depending on the micro, these skirms could deal with these archers, but he's microing pretty well here. Yeah, he's microing really, really well. He's going to run away. And red is leaving. Where's red going? I guess they weren't able to get that much damage, but just having Bonky in their base is a lot of damage actually. But let them off the hook. Yellow and red are both coming down here. Maybe they're thinking they want to go for a different player. I'm not sure. The tower's up for orange. So orange has the archers, but orange is on defense. And blue has the skirms, and blue is on offense. Usually you see the opposite. And these archers are going down. It's tough to micro and handle your economy and everything. If these archers were microing like they were before, they can clear a lot of these out. Skirmers are attacking these villagers. Probably should get this wood line back here. And red and yellow. They have a good army, but they're kind of like missing their opportunity, I think, in my opinion. They were in the base, they were doing damage, and then now they're just kind of like hunting around for more damage when they were already doing damage. Now teal can kind of sit pretty and chill. And both green and blue are in Castle Age. We have a second TC coming up for green. Second TC coming up for blue. And no damage done from yellow over here. And teal, I really like what teal did. I think red and yellow let him off the hook a little bit, but I think that teal held really, really well, and now is trying to get some damage with these scouts. But Teal's the only one not heading up to Castle Age, which is understandable. Red's army is down by blue. Blue's army's heading back to their base. Yellow is on the backside of blue. Here we go. But those are upgraded pikes. Upgraded pikes against scouts. Archer's going to get pushed back by these skirms. Yep, notices. Teal trying to find damage with these scouts, but not be able to get any. Everyone's walled up. Like, every single player is fully walled up, at least, with wood walls, palisades. And now we have Knights coming out for Yellow. Knights changed the game. So Yellow, instead of going for a second TC, is opting for 3 stables. 3 stable Knight production. Let's see if they can keep that up. It looks like they can right now. But we have Green and Teal going after Red. Knights and Scouts. The Knights are in the base. These are just archers. These aren't crossbow. Crossbow attack's coming in, but it's not there yet. And that's a lot of idle time right already, just for those villagers underneath. But Yellow sending their Knights. Very good, quick reaction from Yellow. Very, very quick reaction from White Widow there. As the Berber. Red brought they got their crossbows back in here. Now they're crossbow, not archers anymore. And they're getting Bodkin right now. Bodkin's in 1 second. So these are very, very strong crossbows from our Italian player here. And Green's just trying to get out of there. Green was trying to break that wall and run. And then looked away. Oh, we have more Knights coming in from Green. And Green is on 3 stable Knights as well, and is going for their 3rd town center. Yellow did add another town center here. And this is cleared up. Now Yellow is going to head out of Red's base. Now looks like they're headed towards Green, actually, or Teal. But Green has a 3rd town center going up. And they have Knights. Meanwhile, Blue is kind of making a move on Orange here. Blue and Orange seem to kind of be going after each other a little bit. And Yellow, Red, Green, and Teal are kind of all fighting each other. It's kind of like separated like that. But now I say that, now Blue is making a move towards Yellow. And we have Knights versus Knights. Yellow has a lot more, but they're at Green's base. Green's base is still walled. Meanwhile, Blue has the units to defend, but is on offense here, so let's see what happens. And Crossbow's getting some villager kills. This is a tough attack right here. Yellow's going to win this against Green by himself, and then Red there being able to kind of just support is huge. You know, Yellow can run in with all these Knights. It's 20 Knights right there. Yeah, Yellow and Red just double team in here. The Hindustani camels can deal with this. They can deal with the Knights, but they can't deal with the crossbows. The crossbows are gonna tear them apart. And crossbow is very, very smart looking back towards these camels. And that's a lot of kills coming from these knights. Jeez. These knights have 21 kills, and a significant portion of them is villagers. Alright, the castle going up for green. Try to stop the bleeding a little bit. These camels need to get in. Yep, I was just gonna say, you gotta delete that wall. There you go. Good communication. That's really good communication, actually, because if those camels don't get in there, that's gonna be bad. Camels are in. Green's taking some hits here, though. Green has lost 82 units. I don't know how many villagers that is, but that's a lot of units lost. And the castle's denied. Oh, man. There's only 2 villagers in here. Yeah, I mean, Green's basically done. Green is taking so much damage here. Blue's got a nice boom going, but Blue needs to help. Blue needs to get involved. And Blue has a nice looking base. Like, Blue is set up. 3 town centers. Making stables. But Green is just basically dead here. So what's interesting about this, the last Runestem game, the very game 1, I believe, was also attacking the middle position here. Just attacking who's vulnerable, I suppose. And Teal has, but Teal can't fight. Teal can't fight with these crossbows here. And Blue has a really, really good boom going though. I wouldn't count these out. Because Blue is up to like 94 villagers right now. And no one is even close. 77 from Yellow over here. So, I mean, Blue can definitely get involved here. It has to save Green. Green needs to run some vills away, which is what they're doing right here. Getting a market up in the back. Interesting. And Teal is trying to go for a castle drop. Interesting. Most of Red's army, or a lot of Red crossbows are here. They're just trying to deny that castle. So these camels can actually deal with whatever crossbow are here, I think. Let's see if this castle goes up. Orange trying to get a little bit of damage on Blue back here. Blue's kind of rushing up some defense. And a castle going up for Red, so it'll be castle versus castle. But that was a sneaky castle from Teal. And Red's going back. Here. So can Blue recover? They have 45 military. I think Blue can recover, though. I think Teal and... I mean Green. I don't know why I keep saying Blue. I think Teal has a really nice push going here. Hindustani camels are strong. And Blue is an imp, and Blue is going for this castle. And Blue's the only one an imp. I'm not sure if anyone's even close to imp. I don't know. I mean, Blue just had this sick boom going back here. And Byzantines are tough. Byzantines are tough late game. Everyone knows that. Now, if Teal could get another castle on this side, that'd be sick. Where'd Blue's camels go? Over here. And right now, Green is able to just recover. There's enough pressure. Yellow and Red are taking their army to Teal. And they're in. Teal's in a better position than Green was when they were attacked. But they need a defensive castle here somewhere. They went for the offensive castle, which was, hey, you got to make your move. But now these villages are very exposed. And blue has a big army. I think blue needs to get involved in the north, though. I gotta know pushing yellow or pushing orange is gonna be the move. Blue's got this big army just waiting here. He has to get involved. Like, it's great to have the boom, but if your teammates are dead by the time you make your attack, it's not gonna be good. Because green was already set back so much. We got some Ghulams. And yellow and red are like Stockton and Malone here. That's a basketball reference. For those who don't know. An old basketball reference. I don't know what a new basketball reference would be. They're like SGA and Chet. Nah, that's a bad reference. I mean, blue has the units he needs. But he's only going after orange, though. If teal can get a couple of castles back here, I think that would help big time. Rebuilding these walls. I mean, I think blue should be able to steamroll orange. If they just push really, really just hard and straightforward, they should be able to steamroll orange here. They have the biggest army. They're 36 army right now. But yellow is sending help. Red and yellow are now going after blue, so they're just going after everyone, one after another. But they're in sync, though. That's what's really impressive me is yellow and red here. That's White Widow and Snaky. I'm not sure they discussed their strat ahead of time, but they're just staying tight. And this castle was dropped, but because of the defensive castle, it's not really doing anything besides just shooting that castle. So the question is, can teal and green get back in this game? Because right now, red is doing a lot of damage with yellow. And they're mostly focused on green, on blue. I don't know why I keep saying the wrong color. But blue should be able to push this back. Orange just has Arbalests, which are great, but they're very low in the count here. They have 9 Arbalests. Ah, but yellow's here. Yellow's here taking out these Trebs. Sniping those Trebs is huge. Castle's down, though. Castle's down from orange. Well, blue has the right units to deal with this, but these Trebs are going to go down. He's going to have to rebuild the Trebs. That's giving teal and green time to get back in this game. Green was almost dead, and green is now back up to 94 vills. Great recovery from green. Really, really good recovery from green. And this castle is down over here from red's Trebs. And green is the only one not in imp. Everyone else is in imp. This is a good game. This is a good game. I don't know. If you're watching this, throw in the comments who you think's going to win. I really don't know. Yellow and red have been in sync this whole match. They're still clearing up a lot of blue. Blue's down to 85 vills. Who's up around 100 and something. And I don't know how blue's going to be able to keep pushing with yellow and red in the back. And I'm definitely going to give the advantage to the team on the left. The Widow, Snaky, Caribou combination. I mean, these are pesky. These have 60 kills. These 10... Are these even Arbalests? Yeah, they're Arbalests. These 10 Arbalests have 60 kills and counting. 64. These skirmishers can't even get to them. They're just dying before. Like, nothing kills Arbalests. Late game Arbalests Nothing kills them. Insanity. 74 kills on these Arbalests. Jesus. But Teal's coming down here. These are Hindustani camels. These are heavy camels right now. 75 kills. They have 172 health and nobody can kill them. That's insane. This reminds me of I think it was like the second game with Darth Llama and Red Caribou, or Red Calypso, not Caribou, Red Calypso, and he just had like 25 crossbow / arbalests just killing everything. 82 kills for these things. These are MVPs. This is like SEAL Team 6 right here. But that's a lot of camels. They haven't lost any health. 172 health. I could watch that all day. Alright, Green's making a move on Red, though, at his base. And Red, he has 49 army. He's got mixing some hand cannoneers and some Genoese crossbow. Genoese crossbow are very, very good against cavalry. And that's what he's getting hit with. And these things are still getting 90 kills on these things. 107. They haven't taken a single damage. Oh, they're in range of the castle, though. And he lost 2 of them to the castle. 90 kills on the ones remaining. That's insanity. And these crossbows should be able to deal with these. These are only knights. These are not even cavalier from Rowdy Squirrels. They are Franks. So they had the extra HP. Oh, Genoese crossbow will deal with those. Genoese crossbow should not have an issue dealing with those. But what do you make as the Franks? I mean, you're going to make cav. And then the camels, they can't really fight the Genoese crossbows either. The only one they can really fight is yellow, like straight up. That's a nice raid coming in. Yeah, this game can go either way. Yellow is pushing back blue over here. But now we have a lot of arbalests from orange here, and we have the cannons here. We have the bomber cannons. And that's just the fight you want. That's just the fight you want. Cavalier, Arbalest, and bomber cannons. And they are pushing blue hard. And there's no siege from the team on the right anymore. Blue had some. And the 9 red crossbow unfortunately died. Didn't snipe these bomber cannons somehow. But there's just so many arbalests and cav here. And capture rate is kind of bugging a little bit, but it'll be alright. And yeah, team on the left, they're making a hard push right through blue. Blue has no army. All of his army's dead. He still has a good economy, but he's just getting pushed. He's getting run right through. Capture is bugging, sorry. I mean, that is an impossible army to deal with here. Now, where's yellow going? He just click back towards his base. It looks like there's some raids coming in from green. Which, I think the only player that they can actually attack is yellow. Like, straight up. With the units that they have. Because teal's going cav. Green's going cav. And these Genoese crossbow would just deal with any cav that they're making right now. And they could be kind of running out of gold here. Let's see. There's still 9,000 gold, so they should be able to get it. They shouldn't run out of gold yet. But I'm seeing a lot of Hussars coming in. A lot of the gold might be kind of like up and down the middle. It's not the kind of tricky to get. I don't think anyone got any relics. And blue, I mean, let me zoom out on blue. Blue is wiped at this point. Blue's got his one town center in the back here. He's got 60 villas remaining. But green and teal recovered. Let's see if green can kill these bombard cannons, that'll be huge. It might give him a chance. But you're gonna need, these are only pikes, I think, too. Yeah, you're gonna need a lot more than just 10 pikes or whatever. Capture is bugging a little bit. Yeah, teal has to just run. Arbalest and Genoese crossbows are tough to deal with. Red and teal in the top here fighting each other. He's got the Ghulams up top. This push from yellow. So he doesn't have the Arbalest support like he did before. The Arbalests, I don't think there are too many. Arbalests are back here. So enough pikes would deal with that. But they're only pikes. I think Franks, do Franks not get halberdiers? I guess they must not. You're about to hit the 1 hour mark in the game. Big raid coming from... I still don't know who's going to win this. Every time I think one side has the advantage, all of a sudden I see a big raid coming in. I see a big attack coming in. I mean, this is deep in Yellow's economy here. Yellow's actually running vills to the right towards the opponent, which is... always kind of scary. What's this happening in the north here? I mean, teal is holding. Teal is holding. He's not taking any major losses. These Ghulams are dealing with the Genoese crossbow and the Arbalest really, really well. And where's Red getting his gold from? There's still gold on the map, but I think it's kind of exposed. I want to go resources here. So there's gold down here being taken. There's gold up here for Red. That's where he's getting his gold from. Well, there's only 1,600 left. And there's gold over here. Yeah, so all the gold is like exposed in the middle. And I don't think anyone's trading. This isn't the kind of map that you expect to go this long. So blue actually has to do what his teammates had to do earlier, which was rebuild, reboom. He's down to 60 vills. And there's still one Hussar in his economy he has to deal with. Teal is... I guess Teal's just kind of searching down here to see if there's any damage he can do. So Teal actually has kind of two armies going. He has one in the north, and he has this one down here that's looking for some damage. And that's a lot of units there. Teal's making progress on Red. Teal's pushing Red out. But Yellow's got the Cavalier coming in. Cavalier and Hussars, mixing them both together. Yeah, I think they're all getting short on gold for sure. You can kind of see. Let me see if I can see the resources here. Yeah, you can see the resources down here. Yeah, so only Tamer Caribou has like 1,500 gold. Everyone else is pretty low. Sevens of God has some gold. Everyone else is pretty much out of gold. And no one has a relic, so there's no trade going on. So in that case... I hope Capture doesn't crash. It keeps lagging on me. In that case... Oh, Town Bell. In that case, it's going to come down to trash units, so... A little bit of raiding from red. Very little, but a little bit. Now yellow's pushing up on teal. It's interesting because they're all doing enough damage to sort of like hurt one player, and then they transfer to another player, and then do some damage to him while that first player rebooms. Because like blue is rebooming back here. We got the Bombbirds. From orange going after green here. So many Arbalests. How many kills does Arbalest have? 65 kills. So those 9 from before had more kills than these guys do. That's funny. And there's a big teal, yellow mashup. Looks like they're going for teal's Trebs. Yeah, they're trying to go for teal's Trebs. He's going to lose a lot of these Cavalier in the process, I think. And if he loses these Cavalier, I mean, he's on 175 gold right now. He's got like a 1 or 2 relics. That's it. Once you lose these Cavalier, you're not making them again for a while. What a battle. What a battle. So he did get the all but 1 Treb. This Treb he left as a message to the rest. It has 6 health. But at what cost, though? I mean, you're losing all your gold units here. Now all you can make is Hussar, which isn't bad. But it's going to be Hussar against Halb. And Teal has a lot of units in here going after red. But the siege is mostly gone. I mean, I just don't know how you keep pushing. If I were any of these guys, I'd be going after some of these relics that are out there. They can see them all. I mean, they're all right in the middle of the map, pretty much. Yellow make another castle in the back. And blue still has like 2,000 gold. Everyone else is pretty much out. Everyone else is definitely out. Well, what do you make with the 2,000 gold? I think you got to make siege. And we got a big raid here from yellow. We got a big raid here. Jeez, everywhere. Big raid from teal. I can't call this guy. I don't know who's gonna win this. This is insanity. Teal is looking really strong right now, though. And then orange has a nice little safe pocket back there, and now his Arbalests. Once these Bombard Cannons go down, it's going to be really tough to replace them, too. But I don't see anything near them right now. Looks like blue, and you've got Halbs coming back. Halbs is not what you want. But they're sending everything. They just talk. They said, send everything to Green's base right now. Let's deal with this once and for all. But they got the surround going. Okay, they got the surround going. 51. Down to 46 Arbalests. Wow. The Arbalests are so strong. 150 kills with these Arbalests here. They killed like maybe 10 of them, and they lost probably 50 units in about 2 seconds. And yellow just found blue's base. They haven't really seen what blue's been doing since they wiped out his front. And then we still have teal in the back. Teal in the back of yellow's base now. Yellow has a lot of castles. Those are only Hussars. So they'll go down to the castles. But he's going to do a lot of damage there. And yellow is running from blue's base. These Arbalests are key. Did the bomber cannons go down? Oh, I missed that. I think during that same attack when they killed all they attacked all the Arbalests, the bombers went down. He's added more Arbalests. He's up to 53. I have no idea who's gonna win this game. This is just it's just a raid battle right now. Neither team has seed. Neither team has very much gold. Only one with gold is Sevens of God in blue. And I don't know what he's gonna make with it. They need to get on these golds in the middle. Somebody does. And there's still gold out there. They just have to get on it. And the relics. I don't see, with all the raids going on, the way the map's set up, I don't see you really be able to set up any kind of trade even earlier. Teal coming back to deal with yellow in his base. Some light raiding going on with some pikes. But most of the fighting is back on the right side of the map now. Yellow's getting chased off. We still have some raiding going on over here. The team on the right actually has more military and more economy right now. So, I mean, if that gives you any indication, I think that they're more likely to win. But it's just a raid game at this point. It's just send everything in. These Arbalests are key. We got some Bombard cannons here. Replenish Bombards. I mean, Bombards and Arbalests, I think, are the strongest units right now. But again, there's very little gold that they're collecting, so you can only make so many of them. All right, Teal can make a move. Teal and green making a move down here. They need to get these Bombards. If they get the Bombards, it just stops the whole push. And red is killing this random mill. Oh, these Arbalests are so tough. Oh, but blue's coming in the backside. Blue's coming in the backside here. The Bombards are running. He's trying to snipe the Bombards. Bombards gonna get away. Bombards are out. Bombards are out. These Arbalests are so tough. 180 kills for this unit, these Bombards. I mean, they're surrounded by units. These Hussars need to go for the Bombards, though. Yes. He's gonna get it. He got one. He got two. He got three. So all the bomber cannons are dead, and that's gonna stall this push from the left team. Red's making raids. We have one trebuchet from Teal. And this is a trash war for days here. This game might not never end. This 300,000 wood on the map might go down to all wood. White Widow still has a pretty sick economy going. Definitely the best out of everyone. But at this point, it's just both teams spamming units into each other. They have enough castles that they're just dealing with any raids. This is a trash war for days here. Red's still trying to raid the north of Teal a bit. Teal raiding the center of Red. These are Genoese crossbow that are... Looks like they're all chasing. Now the Reds are going from right to left. These Hussars are getting pushed out. It seems like a lot of the coordination we saw earlier has mostly disappeared. I'm not seeing a lot of coordination from the left team, at least. The right team, when they sniped those bomber cannons, when they came in with the halberdiers and the pikes. A little bit more coordination from the team on the right, I think, right now. Yellow still going for raids. I just don't see, without dealing with some of these castles and kind of wiping a team, one team at a time. Yeah, this is neck and neck. This is absolutely neck and neck. Okay, yellow getting deep in here is being chased by green's halberdiers. I mean, yellow's just basically just running in the back and raiding, which is really, really smart. Oh, he's going to get a lot of vill kills here. He's going to get a lot of vill kills. But blue has the villagers to lose. He's at 111 vills still. Teal has a massive army over here raiding. Now, that's a good skirmisher mass from blue. That's really, really good. As long as he doesn't just get surrounded by hussars. But all these yellow hussars are... He has the point all the way in the back of their base. And these skirmishers, they need to push forward. They're trying to run back for some reason. They need to push forward. Unless there's arbalests over here doing work. Blue has a treb. And that's what they need. They need to figure out a way to get gold and get trebs. At this point, it seems like this game's never going to end. I would even try to add some trade. I'd get a market over here. Trading with a market up here somewhere. I mean, you need some form of gold. You need gold units. They need to get that coordination again. That's what they need. Let's see if they can get it. And this is what you want. This is what you want. A couple of trebs. Well, these hussars are going to get lopped off by this Genoese crossbow. And now the trebs don't have a whole lot protecting them. I think you need your entire army surrounding these trebs. You need crossbow, you need skirmishers, you need hussars. And you need halb. You need everything. So the trebs are the key. Whoever has trebs is going to win this. And we have two more trebs coming from blue. Blue is the only one with gold. He still has 2,400 gold. I think he has to have like 3 relics or so. That's also like when you're going to get the other team at GG. There's 400 gold left on the map. So I guess they found the gold. They've been mining it. But they need some repair bills here too. You can't let these trebs get sniped. These trebs are like the most valuable. It's like, what was that movie where like no woman could get pregnant, and then like one woman is pregnant and she was like the most valuable commodity in the world? That's what these trebs are. These trebs are like the one woman who can get pregnant. You have to keep them alive. This is what you want to see. This is peak Age of Empires right here. Skirm versus skirm. We got some bombards coming in. The bombards are nice, but I think you want like 4 trebs and a big army surrounding it. And we have trade. We have trade. We have trade. Red is trading Red is trading here to somewhere down here, wherever the market is. Right here. Nothing like adding trade an hour and a half into the match. And these are greens out here just waiting for those yellow raids. But yellow's not raiding anymore, so I may want to move this forward. Or at least some of them. And I like the forward stables. These are not forward stables, though. These are from White Widow. I like that he's... I mean, they're forward for him, I suppose. I mean, he still has a big boom going. Blue still has a big boom going. Teal still has a big boom going. It's really... Red is the closest to death, I would say, right now. Red only has 50 vills, and the next lowest of the other team is 95. So red could be wiped if they keep pushing red, which is what they're mostly doing. And these, I mean, some champions coming out, or two-handed swordsmen. I mean, I don't know. It's not what I would do personally. The two-handed swordsman. I think you're better off doing just using your gold for trebs. But at the same time, there's not really going to be a lot of gold units out there. And it seems like Seven's the God is the only one really getting any gold from relics. You can see it in the bottom right here. It's coming up. It's at 1,400. It's climbing. I want to see if I can find his monastery. Where's his monastery? Because that's the other thing you could do. Where's his monastery? Am I missing it? I guess I'm just missing it. Oh, right here. Yeah, so he has 3 relics. That's something you can do. You could try to snipe someone's monastery. But it looks like all the relics have been gotten. They've figured out you need relics here. What a grind. Everyone's grinding here. 275 gold left on the map. No one's mining it. Town bell being run. Hour and a half in the game. Town bell. Teal still fighting over here. We got yellow still fighting over here. It's just a massacre. I want to see how many units have died in this game. What happened to Blue's champions? Did they... Or two-handed swordsman? Are they still two-handed swordsman? They upgrade them. Champion now, okay. Red is building some palisade walls. Honestly, the palisade walls, like, yeah, they can get, broken down immediately. But a lot of these guys are just, like, clicking their units in. So the palisade wall is just going to stop their pathing from getting to where they got to go. But yellow just fought off a pretty big fight here. The problem is right now red is falling behind. So I'm thinking the team on the right is definitely at the advantage right now. Orange still has the bombard cannons. Orange's bombard cannons running right into Blue's champions here. And green salves. It's there's so little gold. These are so expensive. But they're getting away. They're speedy. Speedy little beast. Teal's trying to snipe them though. Now it's 1 down. I think it's 2 down actually. Get 4. There's gonna be another one down. There's gonna be another one down. So no more bombards. They're kind of letting red get a pass. That's what I'm talking about. They're like, this is happening for both sides. They get someone on the ropes, almost dead, and then they go focus on someone else while that person rebooms. And that's honestly why this game is lasting as long as it's lasting. Because if you're the team on the right, just go kill red. I know it's maybe not as easy as it sounds, but just go kill red. get right out of the game, and now it's 3-on-2. You know, he was down to 4 army and like 40 villagers. Now he's up to 72 villagers and 22 army. You know, you're letting him off the hook a little bit. In my opinion. You know, these guys are... some of them are my elo. They quit? I didn't see that coming. I think that was just too much of a grind. I think they were just talking about it. They were like, what do I do? I mean, Red was back to 70 villagers. I think the team on the right had the advantage here, but I don't know. White Widow's team made 1,100 hussars. Bonky's team on the right, made 933. Insanity. 285 hussars or halberdiers versus 611 halberdiers. 171 arbalets. Arbalets had so many kills. I wish I could see the kills of just the arbalets. Maybe there's a way to do it. Wow. That's absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. The worst minute of worker efficiency, 8%. I like that. I'm going to look through these stats a little bit. I mean, that was an amazing game, honestly. That was an absolutely amazing game. Military-wise, yeah, Pringle listen, in these Legions League, be red and make crossbow into arbalests, okay? It just always works. Look at everyone hovering pretty close to 1 KD. Like, there wasn't a clear advantage from anyone. You know, I mean, Pringle with 1.26. Those arbalests, I mean, he had 9 arbalests with, 60 kills, 90 kills, something like that. Absolute insanity. Yeah, they started a little bit of trade. I didn't see where Green was trading, but yeah, once I got to that hour mark and it was like, there's just not gold. You need to do it. So the only relics were from Seven's the God and White Widow. White Widow only had 1, but it had it longer. Seven's the God had 3, but he got them later. Didn't have them early. So that's pretty huge. The lot of market. Pringle sold. Am I reading this right? He sold 10,000 gold. Sold, bought. I don't know how to read this. Or it's just I think it's just resources. Gold gained and gold spent. Okay, I don't know how to read that, but very interesting. And there's just so many times where just people were just losing their whole army, losing half of their economy, and then rebuilding. It happened like 4 or 5 times. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. That's game 4. I think that's enough for one video right there. This was an hour-and-a-half game. I'm going to put up games 5 through 8 at a later moment. And I'm trying to just keep doing maybe 4 games at a time. That seems like that should work. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, the whole thing, okay? Catch you later.